want to keep coming back here. They thought it was too tough. But it has been used as a tour qualifying site. So if you think it's too tough for the regular pro, you imagine trying to qualify for your PGA Tour card and playing this is a tough test.
So we're ready to go here at PGA West. First hole is 445 yards, a par 4. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's a good way to start, Rich. Certainly isn't a drive and a wedge hole to get you out of the gate. This is going to be a drive and a mid-iron for most players. There's some good bunkering down there. Most players will just sort of look at that bunker that's midway down on the right side. But this is fairway first, that's for sure. It's still a decent length for that second shot ahead of you.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Second shot now for Ricky Fowler. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
And getting ready for the putt. Even par early on. Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a three here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye is going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016. Frank, 100 yards longer than the second hole. The third, 471 yards. What do you think of this hole?
This is totally different to the previous hole. Driver should come out of the bag here, and if you can take that first bunker out of play, which is around that 285, 290 yard mark, you can start to shorten this hole up a little bit. And well, the longest hitters, they still might even get a short iron in hand.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards, just crushed it in the fairway. Ricky Fowler, a Gen X superstar, ready with his approach shot.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.